The majority of America does not realize the health benefits of eating with a significant lesser amount of meat in their lives. They don't realize that it's really hazardous to their health.
I've been walking in the same way as I did. Missing out the cracks.
A reported 2.8% of adult Americans are vegetarians.
But sometimes that 2.8% seems even smaller. So Yonas and I set out to discover how vegetarians around Atlanta deal with being in the food minority.
Our first stop was the campus of Georgia State University, where we found some college students choosing this alternative lifestyle.
Ain't lost, just wondering.
Hello, my name is Juliana, and I'm a sophomore at Georgia State. I live in the lofts, and I have to cook my own meals because I'm not on a meal plan, but I really like that because I wouldn't be able to eat the foods that I do now. First of all, it is very bad for your health to consume beef. So it's like bad for your cardiovascular system. So that's out. Pork, I love little piggies. Little piglets are my favorite little animals because they're so cute. So that's out of the picture to eat too. Then you got the lamb, and who really, honestly, you want to eat babies? No. So that's out of the picture too. So I started eliminating foods.
My name is Luis. I'm a sophomore. I've been a vegetarian for 4 years.
Hi, my name is Ravi. I'm a junior, almost senior, kind of senior already. I don't know how long I've been a vegetarian because I've been off and on. Like I did it for 2 years when I was 12, and now I'm trying to do it again. And yeah.
Hi, I'm Alicia. I'm a freshman, and I've been vegetarian for 3 years. I was in high school, about my junior year, for my Vegumentary class. We had to do a paper on like a hot button issue, and
So you thought about vegetarianism.
exactly, and the animal rights aspect of that, and factory farms, the treatment of animals in slurry.
That's a big one.
And, yeah, absolutely. And so it just really opened my eyes.
So, what was the hard part for you guys when you were starting?
I think it was just you're used to eating meat and you're used to have that available to you. Like you go out to a restaurant and you automatically just order meat or some sort of meat product.
It's just like getting all this new information about like the health benefits of being vegetarian slash like what is bad about eating meat and stuff. It's just like, how do I use this new information? It's like, should I believe this information? Like, what? There's just so much information out there. What do I believe?
To solve some of Ravi's confusion with all the information, we headed to the Department of Nutrition to talk with an expert about the health facts concerning a vegetarian lifestyle.
As long as you have those, what do you call the high plant-based diet, whole grain cereals, high fiber diet, then low in saturated fat, which comes from meat products. So that's another benefit of having plant-based diet is that you don't have meat-based diet if you're a vegetarian, obviously. That kind of reduces the amount of cholesterol you consume, amount of saturated fat you consume, and amount of trans fats you consume. So these are all considered bad fats, trans fats, saturated fats, cholesterol, and all those things are part of animal foods. You don't see those type of things in a vegetarian diet. One of the concerns a lot of people have is I'm a vegetarian, I may not get enough protein, so I have to eat meat to get a protein. That's a kind of myth. So in that sense, a vegetarian diet is healthier.
So being a vegetarian is healthy, but what about practical? Next, we went to a popular fast food restaurant to talk with Heather's sister, Brittany, about how she deals with eating out as a vegetarian in a meat lover's world.
Hi, I'm Brittany Mason. I'm 18 and I go to Walton High School and I'm a new vegetarian. We just decided to be healthier and to try out the different tofu and the different things that were out there besides meat. So that's why we became vegetarians. Most fast food restaurants just don't have a non-meat option. They just have the chicken or the beef or whatever. But most you can take it out if you don't want it, or you can put tofu in if you want it. So it's good.
Next, we decided to make an undercover visit to a local chain grocery store to investigate the vegetarian options for the average American.
Sadly, we weren't shocked by the results. It's kind of difficult here. I mean, everything's meat here, you know?
Boneless pork roast. It doesn't really look like any kind of meat, though. It's kind of...
I got more steak. I got more ribeyes.
Fantastic, and I am a weapon of massive consumption, and it's not my fault, it's how I'm programmed to function. I look at the sun and I look in the mirror. I'm on the right track, yeah, we're on to a winner. And I don't
Check this out. They actually have some soy meat over here. What'd you get, Heather?
There's some meatless chicken patties and soy-free.
Okay.
So there's an option. A veggie burger with organic vegetables.
So what's the nutrition on these? Total fat 3.5 grams, pretty good. Cholesterol 0. Sodium 600. Okay, but I mean, compared to a regular burger.
Look at a lot of fiber though.
A lot of fiber. It's only 200 calories, and that's pretty good. 50% bigger than a regular burger.
Oh,
Veggie steak and gravy.
And it's a veggie steak and gravy.
So this is like a $5 meal, which I mean isn't horrible considering.
Yeah.
So there are some options here.
Yeah.
You have to look around to find them, but
Well, for me, it was more of a culture thing because being in Latin, I didn't realize how much meat we actually ate at home.
Yeah.
And living at home, because when I was 16, that's when I decided to become a vegetarian. So my parents, all they fed me was meat before that, and I had to learn how to make my own food without meat, and it was just a lot of learning. They were very against it at first because at 16 you still need a lot of the nutrients from meat, you know, the protein and all these things. But I mean, they came around. It's still hard when I go to family things because there's meat everywhere.
Right, it's not as accommodating as it could be, I think. Like at the dining hall, a lot of times for lunch or for dinner, they'll put out sides, but it's more of like rice.
That's what I heard,
and you know, pastas.
Omelets.
Right.
Yeah.
At first, none of my friends are vegetarian. Even now, all of my best friends eat meat.
Right.
So whenever we go out to eat, I always feel like they're having to change their plans because of me. And I don't want that. So sometimes I put myself through going to somewhere where I know I'm not going to be able to eat anything. Right. Like I might get something small, but as far as real meals, it's kind of rare when I'm going out with friends because I don't want them to go out of their way for me.
I can tell they're really trying to accommodate vegetarians, but there's really just not that many people, you know, not that many vegetarians here on campus. And for them, a lot of it's probably like a money issue, and just to accommodate, you know, their main target group, which would be meat eaters.
Yeah.
You don't go to fast food restaurants because there's nothing available. Plus, why would you want to eat there if you're a vegetarian? Like, wow, you can have some lettuce.
When you go out in a restaurant, it's difficult to find vegetarian choices. I think I have a tough time sometimes to find a vegetarian choice. You need to know the knowledge of the geographical location where you can go and get your vegetarian foods, and also if you want to dine out, you know, where you want to dine out to get some vegetarian choices.
You know, is this place, like most like McDonald's or something that you're going fast food, isn't gonna have a non-meat option, and so then you're thinking about what you're eating and thinking about where you're gonna go and what your options are gonna be. So it's a lot more thought process.
I shop at Trader Joe's and Whole Foods. Whole Foods not so much, but Trader Joe's has around the same prices as Kroger and Publix do. You can plant so many things in your college dorm in pots. And look at my basil. It's organic. Delicious. Check out my organic lettuce that I'm growing. So now I don't have to go to the store and I don't have to buy lettuce.
And also it's another issue is how to cook it. Once you procure those vegetarian type of foods, then if you don't know how to prepare them and they don't taste good and they give up. So something, the food preparation also come into picture.
Spinach, another good vegetable. You can't forget your fruit. Apples. Here I have organic tofu veggie burgers. They're delicious. Go buy them. They're so good. Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's. It's my favorite. Artichokes, one of your best antioxidant powerhouses. So good for you.
I definitely see myself being vegetarian for the rest of my life. I don't see myself ever going back to eat meat. The only time I eat meat is in my nightmares, and I'm like, oh my god, did I eat meat?
It's exciting because once you become vegetarian, you don't think you're gonna have these things again.
Right.
And it's not even the taste, like, it's just being able to eat a chicken finger.
I always looked at it as a big burden, but once you start, you find that's a lot easier than you think it was gonna be. And you really just think about what you're eating a lot more, which I think is kind of important.
When I buy an apple, I feel like I'm doing something good. Like, just buying an apple.
Do you want to film my cleaning supplies too? Because it's a lifestyle. Here, you guys should try some organic cereal.
This is really good.
It's so good.
I really like it a lot.
It does taste like candy.
It tastes better than regular cereal. It tastes like candy. I want to get this.